In the land of Freya, darkness spreads its wings. A corruption so deep, it poisons everything. But in the shadows, a group of heroes arise. Bound by courage, they'll never compromise. Through treacherous valleys and mountains high, they fight for justice, never questioning why. Their hearts ablaze, united they stand against the forces of evil hand in hand. Oh, hear the legends of our sacrifice. In the face of darkness, we will rise with valor. Hearts will take a stand. Defend us, our Freya will save the land.
Evening, everybody. Matt Geary here for Geek Pride's Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign, The Legend of Our Sacrifice. With me tonight, we have Conrad as Arno Jerkel.
Good evening.
Michael as Tharval Eldon.
I'm expecting chicken.
I'll eat all your fucking chickens. We have Jace as Brother Gavin.
Chicken jockey!
Did you say sausage or chicken?
We have Mark as Lance.
Absolutely want to fight right now. I am not a cunt.
And Vic as Saren Sanguine.
Put the fear of God in your students today.
Unfortunately, we have no Lecky. Unfortunately, he's down the big smoke with all the.
We're lucky-less.
We're lucky-less. But yeah, okay. So it's been a few weeks. Unfortunately, things have happened, but we're back. We're back. And the nightmare that is another false Hydra, the insidious, infectious creature that some of the party have dealt with before, has settled itself within the sanctuary of, or the temple of devotion, or sanctuary of devotion, whatever we called it. And the party have now effectively established where it's made its nest. Tharval and Lance have dealt with one of these creatures before. Lance technically twice. So they've got some ideas on what they're doing. We're congregating in the central plaza of the temple's complex, and they've basically seen lots of people making their way, as you can see, a sort of little blue arrow. They're sort of making their way into this sort of like complex onto the left-hand side, complex of buildings into the left-hand side from the central complex. And on top of this, these sort of large heads have sort of on long sort of tentacle-like necks have sort of appeared underneath and sort of seem to be overseeing this. We had some quick, some moments where they could have been caught, but thankfully managed to sort of blend in with the crowd, and that's pretty much where we're going from. They know roughly the red squares you can see on the right hand side there is where the underneath there's a subterranean complex where Tharval and Ceravel, I think it was. Oh, who was there who found it actually?
Who found what?
Arno, it was you. And Tharval?
Yeah, Arno, Tharval, and Ceravel found the Underkeep.
Yeah, so you found the tunnels where the direction where it went to, and basically they're going. The people seem to be going to this little area here, and you're following them in, and that's pretty much where we got to. So from there, I will leave it with you guys. So they're just walking off. I think you were following them. Go from there.
Can I just ask, in between the tunnels and now, we wouldn't have had a short rest, would we?
Probably not. No.
Okay.
So it's up to you what you want to do. By all means, if you want to sort of rest beforehand or whatever, but everybody's going in that direction. And you are following them because these heads are sort of kind of hovering above you, looking at things.
We're doing a Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Wipe ourselves with blood kind
Yes.
of thing, right?
Brains.
Okay. So, what are you doing? Are you just following on? Are you just going to follow them, or are you going to peel off and go somewhere else?
Do we even want to like peel off at this point? What?
I think at the moment we're better off carrying on because we don't want to alert the Hydra that we're not what we think
But are
we're
we
not one of them.
But hang on, before we say anything else, are we saying this in character or out of character? Because we can plan it and talk about it, but the Hydra.
Out of character at the moment. Out of character
I
at the
would,
moment.
yeah, I would say let's just keep this raw. Like we're stuck in this horde, right? So let's not discuss anything out of character. Let's just do this properly.
Yeah.
I would say
Agree.
that's my preference.
Okay.
Fun.
So you're just all going towards them. Okay, so you they seem like more and more people start making their way out. There's some guards in there. There's monks. There's just local sort of civilians, refugees. They all seem to be walking with some purpose, but single-mindedly towards this section of buildings. You make your way in as they go in, and they're all sort of kind of filing in, and they start going down into a sort of a flight of stairs. As they sort of go down, there seems to be it gets slightly darker. There's some dim torches, and then these sort of tunnels start to appear. They're the tunnels, obviously, that Ceravel, Arno, you've sort of been in before. There are multiple tunnels, and the people sort of split off and start going down different tunnels. There are sort of two main ones that are going to the left, and one going to the right.
Are there any of the Dragonborn or Red Witches caught in this horde?
There are none. Actually, roll me a perception check.
All of us or just Arno?
Well, he's looking. He won't have said to you. So, unless you came up with it yourselves, I guess it'd just be Arno. 18. You don't see any. There's quite a lot of people there, but you don't see any from your vantage. And bear in mind, you're quite small, and I'm guessing you're not flying at this moment in time. So.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, so no.
Okay. Interesting.
Does Starbolt recognize the tunnels from being in them before?
Yeah, they're the same tunnel. But there's obviously two of them. They both seem to be going. You'll sort of recognize they're kind of going in the same direction. Now, the problem you are going to have if you're playing this straight, you're not going to. Are you going to risk talking to each other to say which ones you go down? Or are you just going to sort of go down and follow some? I'm guessing you'll be following each other. How are you going to play it?
Who's leading the pack? Arno would probably be at the back.
Yeah, Gadden and Barty will be at the back as well.
All right, so who's going to be leading?
I would have assumed Starbolt and Ceravel, if they've had knowledge of being in the tunnels, so they should remember where the heads were coming from.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So they would follow the tunnel that's what they remember, what they recall.
Okay.
Okay, so there's one going down the left. There's one going down the right. They both going both going in the sort of same direction. In fact, we'll make it easier. So you get through the tunnels that you get through the tunnels that you're sort of aware of. So you're sort of midway through. You're maybe on the tail end of where this red box is. And there's two sets of tunnels. One's going to the west. Sorry, one's not going west. One's going left. One's going right. Which ones do you want to go down?
Do they both look the same, and they have the equal number of
very
people
similar.
going
Yeah, but again, you'll probably have to keep, unless you're going to talk to each other directly, you'll have to keep any sort of conversation about it to yourselves.
Well, Anna will cast message telepathically to Tharibol and just say, are we sticking together or splitting up?
And Tharibol sort of replies back in his mind, oh, well, hold on. Let me think. Probably best if we stick together. At least if we stick together, we can keep track of each other, and look out for each other.
Are you going to be hesitant to which tunnel you go down, or are you just going to commit whichever takes you?
So we basically gone down a left or right tunnel, and then there's another left and a right tunnel?
No, we'll just say that this is the only one you choose. So you can go left or you can go right. It's basically just so where it's basically where you're going to end up on the map. I'm out, so.
Okay. Can I roll perception to see if there's anything that might point us in a direction that might give us some sort of advantage or anything like that? Or...
What is it you're looking for, though?
What am I looking for?
What is it you're trying to? What would give you what would you be trying to look out for or sort of perceive that would give you that advantage? In this direction where this is where the heads and stuff came from. You see necks sort of going through these tunnels, both sets of tunnels. So they both seem as hazardous as the last.
Are there any spores or mold on the walls, black?
Currently where you are, no.
No, but down either of the tunnels, no?
You can, I guess, if that's something you want to look for.
Perception.
Yeah.
19.
They both, it's. Do you have dark vision or anything, by the way?
No, I don't.
I do.
You do not see anything. There is obviously torches and stuff, but you're not sort of you're not kind of seeing anything that looks like spores and things or mushrooms. Tharval, you can roll me a perception then, and then see if you sort of. Oh!
I was literally about to say this is where the crit feels start coming in.
You just had to do it, didn't you?
Okay.
Do they look visibly confused, the both of them?
Yeah, well, they are. So what Tharval is going to with that critical field. So you don't see anything. Like there's people everywhere. Your senses are completely sort of overpowered by everything around you. You're not really picking anything up. But with that, you just stop. And you're sort of kind of looking, like Gandalf, I have no memory of this place. Sort of like you're looking down sort of both things. But because of that, you're not doing what everybody else is doing. And one of the heads turns around to look at you. It sort of starts to come towards you, and you see its mouth sort of opening and closing. As it sort of kind of starts moving towards you.
Basically, Tharbald, he sort of, once he starts to see the head moving towards him, he, sort of realizes what he's not blending in well enough, and then basically just makes a snap decision and goes down the right tunnel.
He goes down the right tunnel.
Yeah.
Okay. With the crit fail, I'm going to make it that you are going to have to, because he's done it quickly and without thought. He's not really paying attention to where the rest of you are. He's just sort of kind of made his way. I don't think I've got Cerevel in there, actually, by the way. As a group, I'll have to add him in. Just realized. But anyway, so you've just... Is Naya still with you, by the way?
Could be.
Yep. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay, so I want you all to roll me a perception check.
Wait.
Okay, Lance, you see where he goes, so you can follow him if you wish. Saren, you do not. Brother
Okay.
Gaddon, you do. Arno,
Roll
you do
for
not.
Lecky. I'll roll for Lecky now. 1 second.
You want to roll for Cerevel as well?
Oh.
Bartholomew does not.
That's Eldrith.
Eldrith does.
Eldrith's not there.
Yeah, oh,
I
Eldrith
don't remember
is.
if Eldrith was.
Oh no, she's
I can't remember if she was.
yeah, she's
Autopilot.
yeah, she's not. Yeah, she's with Cyril, isn't she?
So,
Oh, yes, she is. Yeah,
Yeah, she was with
sorry.
Cyril.
It's been a couple of weeks, okay?
Yeah.
Been to hospital since then.
And Cerevel does not. So they then are going to go down the other.
I'm right by Gaddon's side, so if he sees, then Arno would surely just follow Gaddon.
Unless you were looking in the wrong direction and went, oh shit, where'd he go?
You're sort of. I'd say you're looking. Your perception is sort of with the throng of people. What I'll do is I'll give you a 50-50 roll. So roll me whoever failed. Roll me a d6. On a 1, 2, or 3, you go on the left hand side. On the 4, 5, or 6, you go on the right hand side.
26.
Arno, you're going left.
Excellent.
Sarah, you're going left.
I've got company.
We didn't even try to split the party.
Oh God, everybody's going left.
Sarah, you're going left.
Lucky,
I'm-
lucky.
Party? No.
So it's going to be
Lecky,
everybody
1
and
second.
Tharbald.
Who else have we got left?
Well, shit, 1 second. It's
D6,
just Lecky.
D6, roll a D6.
Roll a d6.
Oh, D6.
Yeah, going left.
Hey!
Roll going left.
So
See,
everyone.
if this was Blood Bowl, this would suck.
So
This would really suck.
who have we got? So
Right.
it's basically Tharaval, Lance, Brother Gaddon,
Gaddon.
Gaddon.
So, right.
What about
Oh,
Niacil? Where's
Niacil,
Niacil going?
Niacil.
Yeah,
Yeah, where's
roll,
Niacil going?
roll Niacil. Yeah.
So go on the
I
right
don't
hand
have
side.
Niacil's thing.
Go on
Roll
the
D6.
left hand side of the map if you went left, right hand side if you went right.
This is for Niacil.
And he's right. Yeah, he's right as well.
Niacil's going right.
Okay, so Lance and everybody else is.
I'm with Lecky. Oh no,
I
Lecky's
No,
left.
Lecky comes left and Saren left.
All the
Um,
squishy people went left.
Yeah.
Just saying. They're squishy people.
Oh,
We need Saravel with
Yeah,
us.
Saravel.
Saravel.
I need to get his.
I can't seem to move my token. Actually.
That's all right. When I get into the next map, I'll fire you all in. I just need the odd Saravel. Okay, so you go down. You go
4 and
into
4.
a completely new map, which some of you will definitely not have seen before.
Oh.
Okay.
If Matt can remember which folder he put it in.
Exactly.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Roll history, Matt.
Ah.
At disadvantage.
Yeah, disadvantage.
Jinx.
Okay.
Disadvantage for ADHD.
Right. So
Disadvantage for being Matt.
let's stick that there. I'm pretty sure that's all blocked off. I've got everybody here. So we've got Saren, yes. We've got Tharval, Barty, Brother Gadden, Lance. I do not have a.
Arno?
I don't have an Arno because he was messing around when I was copying and pasting people.
He was running away from that drag cursor.
Yeah. Okay. So bear with me 1 minute while I find you again. Push you over here. And then we need a. Fact, I can get you. The bad guy.
I know was obviously hiding in his ring.
Right,
Wasn't he?
rebirth. We got. Where are we? NPCs. That's Niacel. Saravel, there he is. Though he seems to have a different. Oh, there he is. So he's there, and then we've got you chaps. Arno, there you are. Right, let me just do your stats. Actually, I'll put you all on here. Hopefully, you won't be able to.
Run away.
Black.
It's black.
Yes.
Is it a black map in a black room of a bunch of black people?
Excellent.
You die! You die!
You die! Man, I tell you what, we've done a podcast with him, and like it's the longest it's the longest podcast we've ever done, and it only ended because he needed to take a shit at the end. It literally would have kept him going, but he was just like, "I need to take a shit," and he just left.
Oh, you glad he didn't just take you in there?
Yeah. Right. Let me
Oh no.
I'm still waiting for this to load.
He's a funny bastard, like, really is. Okay. Arno, there is your thing. Nameplate. Let me just put your stats on there. HP. AC. Save. Alright, okay, so, Saravel was left, yes?
Yep.
Arno was left.
Lucky Barty was left, and
All the squishies went left.
Left, and Saren was left. You guys were right. Right. Okay. So that's that. Oh, you don't have your little rings on your. Okay, I'll reveal this little part of the map. It's only it's not a huge fair, but there is potentially a bit of a twist to it. So
Being twisted, never.
all right. So you chaps see that. Able to see. You chaps will see this.
Ooh, look out, girls.
See
can
that?
Arno Can Arno see Barty and Seren and Serval now?
Yeah, you can see there is sort of light, but you'll sort of kind of notice that you're within. You sort of kind of come down the sort of this ladder, and you come into a relatively well lit, sort of cavernous area. It looks partially man-made, but partially like it was originally a cave that started to be dug out. There's this sort of kind of red mist that seems to be sort of kind of lingering around the place. You also notice that there are sort of kind of bioluminescent sort of mushrooms and things sort of kind of littering around the floor. As you're sort of going around, you will notice sort of that people are sort of kind of coming down the ladder and sort of kind of walking off into different sort of directions within the cave network, I guess. You, Tharaval, Lance, Brother Gaddon, you'll sort of notice some are walking up towards, there's people down here already, and they're sort of kind of mining away at the side of the cavern. And that currently is everything. By all means, if you want to sort of do checks and stuff, you can. Give me your thoughts while I put some little rings around your guys.
Arno cast a message to Serval and says, "Do you steal, brother?"
Looking around to see if there's anything I can pick out.
Okay. So right. Okay. So Lance, you will see, I didn't put these on. We're on the wrong thing. So let me put this in the right layer. So you'll see these very long sort of heads. Now, this one here that you guys can see is not sort of looking in your direction. It's sort of overseeing the workers, and it's not just like two of them, but there's a load of workers sort of working along the face of this rock formation down there. You also notice that there are sort of like pillars that are being sort of buttressing the roof and the ceiling. Now it's quite a large sort of area, quite sort of deep. Obviously not deep, it's quite high, because obviously these things need to sort of have some space. But there's these long sort of like pillars. Some of them are old sort of foundations for the walls and foundations for the fortifications above. Some of them are just there to buttress the work that's being done.
With the 20 perception, will he notice that the four of us are not with them?
Yes, you'll notice that it's just the four of you. Got people's little halos around them. Anything else? Or anybody else want to say?
I asked Serval if he saw his brother.
Oh yeah. Serval is sort of, he's looking about, almost slightly panicked. And he just sort of turns and shakes his head. He doesn't even reply back in his mind. He's just.
Mm-hmm.
Serval, you can roll me a history check. Not Serval, it's Tharaval. Sorry, you can roll me a history check.
My history is not good. That I'll pass.
By the way, you all have your ears blocked at the minute, yes?
Yeah.
Yep.
You all get your ears blocked? Okay. Just want you to bear in mind that obviously that will sort of affect sort of certain perception rules and stuff, because you won't be paying attention to things behind you and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Gadden is going to see if the whole party is there with him or not. Because he doesn't really know. He's just rolled along, so perception. I'll let you decide whether I get plus or minus for that.
Barty.
Oh wait, sorry, not Barty. Sorry, that should have been me. One second. Yeah. But that's my
Barty's
stat,
definitely
by the way.
distracted.
Yeah, Barty is definitely distracted, but I just wanted. Can you, with a 6? I'm assuming at disadvantage because I don't have my hearing. So
Yes, with disadvantage.
How does 16 work then? Like, am I getting anything for 16?
What is it you're looking for?
Well, I want to see if the
The
whole
party's
party's
with
there.
Yeah, you'll because you're behind, you'll see the ones in front of you. You come down the ladder, nobody else has come down that you know. There are people sort of kind of filing past you. As it stands, you see this like hulking, long tentacle neck coming out from the sort of floor. There's you're not seeing other people. You're seeing this thing. You're seeing, the crowds of people filing off to do the jobs that I guess this thing has set them. But that's it.
He's firing off 3 messages, one after the one, cautiously after the other, each to Theraval, Lance, and Niacil, and says, "We've lost everybody else."
Pardon?
We've lost everyone else.
Pardon?
We've lost everyone else.
It's in your head. It's
Sorry?
in your head.
It's
in your
message.
head.
Okay. I know, I'm just winding you up.
Tharavel, with your history check, you are very aware of. It's like you get this sort of like, one of those sort of movie like that just hits you as you get down this. It's like it's just super familiar. It's something that you've seen before. This is what happened the last time you were here. These things, when they're growing, when they want to move, when they want to do something, they sort of enthrall other people to sort of expand their area as they get bigger. And this is what's happening. You also notice that the sort of kind of mist in the last time was flammable. So it's you're not sure if this is it's a different hue. The mushrooms and stuff were there the last time.
In the freezer.
But you're not 100% sure, what it is and what it's going to do to you.
So he can't really reply or anything like that, but he basically Tharaval, he sort of turns to the rest of them and he sort of gestures, at the sort of mist, and he sort of makes a the flame. Sort of, he's like doing this, and then
you need an and what's the perception for Grudgad?
Oh, sorry, I meant to roll insight.
Yeah, insight. I was gonna say
Pardon me.
insight, understanding what it means. Yeah, everybody.
Okay.
So everybody on this side.
Hello?
Nope.
Yeah, you're not doing it.
Wait, no, but I mean,
Lance,
that's
you
modified.
have been here before, so you understand. So you can have the advantage on it. You sort of grasp it.
He doesn't.
So I'm gonna-
Got the chicks it.
So I'm going to nod at him. Then I'm going to mime striking out a match on the back of my hand.
Okay, you can roll me one more insight then.
What, me or them?
do we do one for Niacil?
Yeah, we should do one for Niacil.
My phone has just decided to talk to me now when I said insight. So do one for Niacil as well, I guess.
But just roll a d20.
No, he's got stats, hasn't he?
He does have stats.
Oh,
Where's his Where's his thing? You can't access
oh.
it.
There, you should be able to. I think everybody should have access to him.
No, don't see him.
Is he in the NPCs?
No, he's
Or
there.
is
He's
he-
beside you. He's above you. The thing.
No, as in we don't have access to his book, his stats though. Otherwise, I would have opened up his character sheet.
Bear with you 1 minute. Let
Yeah.
me
The selected character is not in my journal.
bear with you 1 minute.
Please hold. Do 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 do.
Yeah, it can be edited and controlled by all players.
But does he have a stat sheet though?
Yeah, press.
Okay,
you click on him and shift click on his.
Yeah, it doesn't look. It says the character's not in my character journal. I can move him,
Yep.
but I can't open his stat.
Let me
All
show
it does whenever I click on him is
show the all players because that do anything for his.
Nope.
just
Oh yeah, it's
yeah,
popping
there we
up
go.
now. Yeah.
Oh, I blocked the pop up. Okay. Always done. Try. Oh god, I just blocked it. But
Right,
fine.
so
I
he
suppose I
needs to
saw it.
do an insight. Should have just rolled a d20.
Insight. Okay, so he's not really fully grasping it either.
The two of us know what we're talking about anyway.
Okay,
in that
so
case,
the ones on the right, the ones on the left, Arno, Ceravel, Barty, Saren. You again, you've got this small area. There's these sort of strange bioluminescent mushrooms below you. They've got this sort of kind of red gaseous mist, sort of kind of whirring around you. What are you doing?
Would Barty have known anything, like read any literature about the false Hydra, just to be familiar with what's being surrounded?
I guess something might have been written. Roll me a history check on him, then go on.
Sure thing. That's what I was hoping for. Barty here has a beautiful +10. So, cards don't fail me now. Wait, what? Cards?
Just remember, I had a plus like 13 on my perception and I got a crit fail. So
Yeah, Barty, again, he sort of remembers, again, he's going to remember from an account from, some ancient manuscript about, these the spores. Obviously the spores are how, potentially how they move, or how they sort of kind of breed, or sort of go around the place. And this mist is potentially a protective sort of, well, what's it the last time it was flammable. I'm not saying it's definitely now, but it has been known to have different properties. As it stands, he knows it can be flammable. He's not sure at this moment in time if it is flammable or not.
So he mimes the action of throwing a fireball and.
I guess he would do something like
others.
that. Yes.
Yeah.
You don't see any. You don't see any sort of necks or anything in this area either, so you're not currently.
And then he's gonna look around behind him. I think Arno, did you already say that that we're missing the party through
No,
message?
I just asked Ceravel if he sees his brother, and he didn't.
Oh, and we've still and Cyril responded, didn't he?
Yeah.
So does that mean that we're not? Did we take off our earplugs?
No, I thought you said you
No,
used
I
message.
did it through message.
Oh, okay, cool, fine. So then, I think in that case, would Barty then look around and notice that I think I'm gonna get Barty to see if he notices that that half the party's missing.
Okay.
So he's gonna need to do a perception check on that one.
Yes.
So 1 second, perception check.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Oh, this.
Yeah, it's quite busy. He's not really been paying a lot of attention because he's sort of just looking around, trying to remember things. He's being, he's got a bit obsessed with maybe one of the mushrooms on the side and stuff, and sort of, not really.
So he's gonna go to like a place where there's the densest part of like the gas, so he could examine it, and then just be like, sort of very fascinated by it, and then like perhaps he might actually take out, he might actually continue to study it, taking notes as he goes along.
Okay.
So he's completely oblivious. Hasn't really noticed anything.
Okay, you look down the sort of corridor area and stuff. Again, what you've got this sort of kind of bioluminescent and sort of some you've got these like mushrooms and things that seem casting off this huge light, and you've got another passageway that goes down to the south, and you kind of see at the end of it, you see more people sort of cutting away at the stone. Excellent.
I surreptitiously tap both Arabelle and that Gadol. My brain just went promote there, and to get their attention, and point towards the passage.
Oh wait, we haven't seen the passage on our side. By the way, I'm playing for Barty.
Oh, I'm keeping track of things at the moment badly, but yeah, I grab their attention and point towards the tentacle just to make sure we're all looking in the right direction, and do this, and then do the same for Niacel, and then I step forward just to see if I can get a better idea of what's going on.
Okay. Where 3 1. I have a stat for it. Different. Well, it's based off another type of Hydra, but it's sort of its main stats can be.
Close enough.
Okay. We want. Yeah, as you sort of walk forward, and as you walk forward, the head on the sort of emaciated sort of equine / human head on top of the sort of tentacle neck sort of looks down at the group of you there, sort of in front of you. You have to make a decision quickly on what you are doing, otherwise it's going to assume something is amiss.
I start walking like the others had been, but walking further into the cave, as if I'm moving towards as if I'm moving forward to a task.
Okay. Where is everybody else going? Are they following Lance?
Yeah,
follow in proximity.
Tharbal does the same. Or is there any like picks or anything like that? You know, like pickaxes?
Yeah, there's sort of like there are some like tools and things lying around. Place yourselves what you're doing.
Yeah, he's gonna pick. Gadden will do the thing, and he just move over and start picking, but be fairly close because he wants to see. He's gonna keep an eye on these lot as well.
Okay, let me.
Yeah, and just keeping an eye on the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you go down there, you notice. What's your dark vision? How far does it sort of? Which you don't really
30.
need. You don't really.
So he's got
60 dim,
60 dim, and then he's got, because he
30
is
right.
he gets an extra. He gets extra thing. So you can see in dim light within 60 feet.
It doesn't
of you.
matter. I'm saying it's lit anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so you can get that. You're probably seeing that. So we'll get that out of the way. You are seeing this in this direction here. And about that, I guess. That's what you're seeing.
I think he gets another 60 feet for.
Again, it doesn't really matter. It's not dark enough to be worth it. It's sort of lit up and stuff. So yeah, you can see there's sort of like rock face. You can see it sort of kind of curves off in multiple directions. It's up to you. What are you doing? Who's doing what, by the way? The head is obviously looking at you at this moment in time, overseeing your what you're doing. So
Picking, work.
um,
Picks.
so you're working. What's Niasil doing?
Working?
Yeah,
He's
so
just
Niacil
following
picks
along.
up. He picks up some tools as well, and he just starts sort of hammering into the
Yep.
wall.
Going forward, I am going to ask if once you, because your ears are all closed and stuff, you're going to have to do insight checks to pick up on other people's cues and stuff like that, unless you're sending messages and stuff. Otherwise, well, you have to have some disadvantage to having your ears sort of clogged up.
I'm going to keep
Also,
rambling
Matt,
further in,
and
out of sight.
also Matt, I know the monster that you've just pulled up intimately. The perception on Polycratus.
Yeah, it's just again, it's just I'm using its base stats on top of the.
Yeah, I know. Otherwise, like, I had it in my lore that Gadden had fought it.
Okay, so Lance, you see. I guess you'll see right there. You're not going to see much past. There seems to be like a throng of people blocking your sight going south. There's like lots of people sort of kind of walking in that direction.
Okay, so I'm going to...
Oh, actually, as well, you see more of these pillars. Tharaval, as soon as you sort of kind of walk off in that direction, you see in but you also see you see another head up, sort of overseeing people in that area. Again, it's not sort of facing you, but the other one behind you is sort of still looking around. So it's looking at Niasil and Brother Gadden and looking sort of like in that sort of that angle and that sort of kind of cone, I guess, would be where he is. I need to get something here quickly, which I forgot. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. I need... That is... We want one with 1 minute. 1 minute. Where is it? That's... Okay, yeah. I'm gonna do this. Where has that gone to? Where's it gone to? No. That's not...
Background change there for some reason.
Ah, there it is. I found it. Okay. I'm going to make this bigger. Be able to see the changes there. Needs to restart here. Okay, so there's going to be some timers in this game. Change layer to up layer. There to. Oh, see. Side that. Okay, that's not gonna. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll just put it down here so you can see it.
I saw something go past, but it's in the black section now.
Okay, I'll do that. You can see it sort of in there. But yeah, okay, so this, as you can see, this is a 1 minute timer. Once the skull hits the end, your time's up. And the head will decide to investigate further, basically. So I'm going to pause this when it hits the top. Give you a time to. Okay. I'll move that there. I'll move it down if anything happens. Okay, so that hasn't seen you. These other ones. So you two are sat there mining. Lance, you and Tharaval now need to make a decision on what you're doing.
So I turn and discreetly wave to get Tharaval's attention, and then I point.
Bearing in mind,
I
making
indicate-
any obvious signs of communication with other people may.
If it's not looking at us and I'm shielded by, is this a wall or is it just
the one? Not the one. The one to the left isn't looking at you. The one to the right
Yeah.
is looking in your direction.
Am I behind the wall at the moment?
Tharaval
With an
just
official
start
map?
You will be.
hammering against the walls again.
All right. Okay. Pick that up. So you're behind the wall. Tharaval is sort of hammering
Also.
at a wall.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I just when he looks in my direction, I wave to get his attention, and I point as if to indicate that he should carry on going further along, so he can see more of what's going on in that direction. And then I point to myself and I point towards the crowd of people, just to indicate I'm going to look further down there.
Okay.
Okay.
Group on the left. 'Cause you haven't done very much. What are you up to?
I suppose Saravel will sort of take the lead and start moving forward.
Okay. You will see that. You will also see through there. He'll catch Tharaval, sort of picking away at the side of the there. You'll probably also see up here, but as you look up here, as he sort of kind of gets up, he sees.
Oh boy.
What tentacles?
More tentacles.
Oh, wench!
Or they are technically necks with heads on them, but the best sort of animated tentacles I see.
Tentacles.
Yeah, tentacles. Token layer. Yeah, so you have another one that's sort of up and it's looking straight at Saravel. So, Saravel, you, sir, have got a decision to make. I'm gonna put this here. As I wait till this
So
goes, I've
as
got
he-
until it goes back again. So
Well, he basically if he sort of sees Tharaval, hammering away, he picks up on what he's doing and he sort of looks about for tools again to pick one up and starts sort of hitting against the walls again to make it look like
yeah, okay. I guess you'd sort of make sense of that. Yeah, okay, that's fine. All right. Saren, Arno, Bartholomew, roll me an insight to see if you sort of grasp why he's sort of doing that. Obviously, grasping that there's an issue in that direction. Arno, you're... Nope. Nope. Marty, nope. Nope. Okay, so you're not picking up on anything on why he suddenly just decided to start picking at the side. Part of you thinks that maybe he's succumbed to the Hydra's song somehow. You can't really grasp any other reason, and he's just sort of picking at the side of the cave.
No, I think Barty will continue on as he is, but I think he's going to just continue probably because he's not very hyper focused on the gas, and he's going to follow it down as a different route. And then the other one is that he didn't pick up on any of the keys from Seraphel, so yeah, he's going to just kind of like walk down further, just following the smog to where it would go.
Okay. So he starts making his way down. As he does, he sort of comes to a slightly more opens up slightly. And that as he sort of rounds the corner though. As he rounds the
He's not gonna go
corner.
too far. No, I think
boy.
he's just gonna stay there because what I don't want to do is trigger anything whilst Arno and Saren haven't done anything.
Okay.
So
As you're looking down, you do notice that there is another head overseeing workers in the south there.
is reflexively he looks around for the nearest thing and starts hitting it at the wall. What does he see?
What? Say that again, sir?
Hang on 1 second. He's reflexively looking around to see what he can find to look like he's busy, like he's working.
Yeah,
So what does he see?
there's
Does he see, like, a pick or a tool?
there's tools all over the place. So he's
Picks
he's
up a tool, starts smacking. He doesn't even flinch. He just picks up and just like ooh.
okay. Arno and Saren.
I guess Arno would at this point message Saren and say, what did they do? Is Cyril blocking the passage though?
Yeah, he's sort of in the way, so you're not gonna really see. And there'll be
well.
like again, there as much as there's some, it shows you some people there. You're kind of looking. It's probably busier than it sort of looks. So there'll be people moving around.
So he'll message Saren and say, what are they doing? What should we do?
I'll reply saying, it looks like they fallen for the Hydra's song. I don't think we're going to get past them.
What choice do we have? We can't go back up the ladder, can we? Are there people still coming down the ladder?
No, you'd say most of the people sort of kind of filed down by now. I am though going to give you it.
Ding 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 boo.
I have that down somewhere.
So in reply to Arno's message, I say, who is more likely to put up more of a fight if we have to push past them?
Well, I can get past either of them with my size.
I could sneak, but I don't think... I can't guarantee I won't be spotted.
Running out of time.
By anyone else.
Okay, Arno says, right, we'll fall into shadow, and he casts invisibility on him and Saren.
Okay. What's the wording?
Hang on. creature you touch becomes invisible until the spell ends. Anything the target's wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it's on target's person. Spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell. And I can target an additional creature. So
Okay, cool. So you're both invisible. All right. Okay,
yeah.
that's cool. Right. I'm just gonna clear this up. So reveal. Where? I'm going to reveal this area as well. I don't think it affects. More people around there.
Tentacles.
There we go. All right. Who is? What are you guys doing? You're invisible.
Arno, Arno will. Well, now he can't talk or cast message, or he'll break his invisibility. So he'll gently sort of push Saren towards the path that Ciravel went down, and then she'll feel his touch disappear from her, and Arno will head down the party passage.
Saren's mind's in the gutter currently.
When did it ever come out?
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, actually. No, I'm not sorry. I spent the whole day with my uni friends, and it's been very degrading. And yeah.
Okay, so you're going down here. You're going down here. Arno, as you sort of go past, you see. Actually, roll me a perception check.
You want both of us to roll it, or just
Yeah,
Arno?
just roll me a perception check.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Arno, you don't really pick up. You see, Bartholomew is sort of picking away, and there's a space you can go through down, and you notice the head as you sort of walk down. As you walk down, it where are we? Oh. Yep. The head sort of swings around and looks in your direction. It doesn't obviously see you. You're invisible. But it sort of senses something, and it starts sort of it's this sort of that equine / half human like head just goes down lower, and I guess you can't hear anything because your ears are plugged up. You would hear sniffing and stuff, and it starts sort of looking around, like sort of like swaying around. You can see its eyes pass your face, and it sort of goes back and forth trying to see something.
Okay, I am going to. I'm going to cast. Well, not cast. It's not a spell. I'm going to use my elemental gift of flight. So I start hovering, so I don't make any sound on the ground, and I'm just going to keep moving really quite quickly. So if it's sniffing around for me or searching for me,
Okay.
I'm never going to be in the same place. So I'm just going to continue going at quite a pace.
Okay, so it's basically looking where Barty is currently at this moment in time. You, as you come down here, you sort of see this. You see more of those pillars dotted around. You see more of the mushrooms and things. You don't currently see anything else in that direction. Obviously, the path goes left and to the right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we will move on to Saren. Saren, you did see. So as you're sort of walking past Ciravel, you catch his eye, and he sort of shakes his head and sort
I'm
of.
invisible. He can't see me.
Oh shit, that's right. You
Yeah.
can't see you. Cancel that bit. Yeah, shit. All right, yeah, can't see you. Yeah, okay. So you just
She
sort of
grabs his ass as she walks past.
roll me Ceravel's sort of perception then. I guess it'll have to be at disadvantage.
Ceravel.
Yeah, he would only feel something. He wouldn't hear any.
Yeah, so
footsteps,
he sort of, he feels something coming past him. Roll me a dex at disadvantage.
Okay.
Not you, Sarah and Ceravel.
Ceravel, dex save.
Dex. So he's basically gonna. He feels it. I think he picks up that it potentially is, and he's gonna throw his hand out to try and stop what's coming past.
He
Am I gonna
slide
get?
it. Okay, so I did a dex
Ooh,
save then.
what's this
Okay.
say?
Yeah. So you, as you're walking past, you're sort of looking at him, and he just puts his arm out, and sort of stretches, like, as if he's sort of stretching, but it sort of kind of stops you from getting past him. You sort of, as he's sort of kind of doing it, he's doing it in his way. And do you know, like, thieves' cant and stuff like that? Do you have?
Yes. I
Okay, so he
believe.
throws you a sign, basically, and, you understand that maybe one of those tentacles is
Brilliant.
is there.
It's that childish playground sign language, isn't it?
Do you understand this?
To be fair, at least you haven't got Simon Gant now. He'd definitely have given you away.
Was he making his way down as well? What happened to him?
Oh, that's a good point.
No, Gantz,
He's
on
probably-
crutches. He's on crutches, so he's not really doing that.
I know, but would that stop his being taken over by?
Maybe
Who
he's still on his
knows?
way. He's just getting there very slowly.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah. You hear this? Ah, can't! As he falls down the ladder.
Okay, right hand side. What are you up to?
Okay, so Tharavel obviously now can see Ceravel and sort of sees that he's picking up from his actions and stuff like that and trying to blend in. And it also because he can see Ceravel, he's going to assume that the rest of the party are with him, and I've come in a sort of different direction. From there, Tharavel's then going to continue moving down. Here.
Walking and mining. Doink,
Yeah,
doink.
he's like yeah.
Walking and mining.
Walking and mining. All right. So
Minecrafting.
Minecrafting. All right. So I will give you that. You obviously don't see Arno or anything, but you kind of see the path that's going.
Does he notice anything? There's all these pillars scattered about the place. Are they just pillars, or are they like?
It's like I said, it's partially, it's like the foundations of the temple complex. It was potentially an old catacomb at one point in time. It's partially natural caverns and partially human made. You can see that the people are, as well as these pillars, there are they're erecting new ones to sort of buttress their extensions of their excavations of the area, which again is because this thing is growing and needs more space.
Okay. Yeah. So again, he's just gonna sort of like continue on down there to this little patch of stuff and continue hammering away.
I guess just make it look prettier. Okay. That's that. Lance, what are you up to?
So I'm going to carry on moving south towards the crowd of people.
Okay, so you start making your way through the crowd. As you sort of make your way to the southern entrance, sorry, the southern passageway, you see
A giant spider falling from the ceiling.
a giant spider.
Sorry, can resist.
You sort of see this cavernous area, and I don't know why it's got grids on it. Let's change that.
I cannot tell a lie. It was not me.
It was not me. Turn grid off. Where are you? Grids. There you go. Whoosh. Okay. So you have this cavernous area. You also see, again, this is very familiar to yourself. When you find the Hydra. This cavernous area. There's effectively pools of blood sort of around this sort of red mist is still sort of kind of in and around it. You see also, and I'll move you back to the other one, push that, give this push, you see sort of people, I get with that.
Oh, they're animated now.
Yeah, the tentacles are moving now. They weren't before.
Oh, they've been moving all along.
Yeah, it might have been
No.
moving along.
Not for
No,
me.
not mine.
Mine only just started.
Okay.
Yeah, same here.
Okay, so you do that, and as you you kind of glimpse this sort of large pool of. Actually, if you're there, you're going to be able to see.
Matt's rediscovering lines of sight. Well, by the
Yeah,
time he spends in strategy games, I'd have thought they'd been hardwired.
yeah. This, I guess you're going to see. Yeah, you know what? You're going to see all of that. You're going to see all of that. Fuck it. You know what? We're going to
We
see.
don't need no stinking fog of war.
Yeah, we're going to see. You know what? We're just going to do it all. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. I think it's just going to. Yeah, so we're going to do that. We're going to do that. There's a few bits which you're not going to see, but you also see.
Drum roll.
Simon Gant,
Simon.
sitting on a pile of bones.
All right, cunts. Took you long enough. I've dealt with this
Sitting-
myself.
sitting on a dead Hydra.
What took
You. Bad
Um,
news.
Yeah, so sitting upon a throne of bones and skulls and blood, you see this this relatively large tentacled hydra. It shouldn't be purple. It's like it's a huge, sort of very transparent looking, white, tallowed looking creature. There's heads on the end of these necks. It's just, this was animated and kind of looks semi cool. But you have this again, very familiar to yourself. You see sort of people that are slowly walking up towards it. As they do, the heads sort of come down and start to sort of kind of look them up and down. The people just stand there completely mesmerized. As you do, one of the heads just bites the head off one of the people in front of and devours it, whilst the other heads come in and start ripping the body apart.
Can you play a Wilhelm scream?
Yeah.
No.
I act as if I'm scratching my nose, and under my breath I say, "Killed your mother. It's your next, you fucker."
Okay. So, what are the rest of you doing? Ceravel, not Ceravel, Laravel. I guess Arno, I guess you're going to probably see Arvel sort of sauntering down this sort of this passageway. You will still it's the other tentacle is looking at Barty at this moment in time. So it's sort of pinning him down. The tentacle on the right hand side is looking at Niasil and Brother Gadden currently. The one in the center there is just looking at that sort of group of people in that little cavern area. The tentacle on the top there is looking in Ceravel's direction. Actually, I'll do some. I'll draw a little line to see where everyone's sort of looking. Okay, so line of sights. It is sort of this one here is. Can't see that because it's on the DM layer. Okay, so this one is looking in this direction. This one is looking in this direction. This one is sort of looking like that. This one is sort of looking like that. This one has multiple heads, so it's looking all around it. So the one on the bottom right is kind of looking all around it.
Sorry, I just got kicked out of Roll20. Just loading back in.
That one. Okay, so Arno, are you in?
Not yet. Go to Saren maybe.
Okay, Saren, what are you doing? You're obviously he's put his arm out to stop you, and he's put it back and sort of looked down and started working. What are you doing?
I'm gathering that would I understand that means? I suppose I would understand because it's Feast Camp not to go that way.
Yeah. Well, you'd say that there's one of the. He'll sort of point out there's one of the tentacles looking in that direction.
But I am invisible.
You are invisible. You can carry on in that direction if you wish.
Yeah, I think I'm going to carry on in that direction and sort of get around to about here. Can't even freaking signal. God damn. Sort of like where the two columns, like around there.
Okay.
I want to get to around there.
Okay, birth 1 minute. Let me roll.
As quietly and stealthily as I can, but I am invisible. But
Okay, that's a pretty hefty perception.
oh,
Yeah, it sort of picks up that there's something in that area. It sort of it moves its focus away from Ceravel and starts looking around in your direction now. So it's now
okay.
looking in this direction. It sort of also brings its it moves its head down to sort of a lower level to sort of kind of sniff around.
I would say I'd roll stealth, but I'm not entirely sure how much helpful that would be.
You're invisible, so I don't think it really.
Yeah,
It does. She still makes
Might make
noise.
it quieter.
She still makes
I
noise.
would, wouldn't it? It would make me quieter. Right, I'm gonna roll stealth.
Okay, yeah, roll stealth. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So it's looking in your direction, but it's not sort of cottoned on to anything. Um,
Okay.
as you move on, I'll do another roll to sort of kind of see.
Yep.
Sees you. Which direction are you going? You following down after Tharaval? Or are you going
Can
off?
I see Tharaval from there?
Yeah, I think you probably see him walking in that direction. Yeah, or sort of sneaking off in that direction.
Right. Okay. I'm going to go towards Tharaval because that's part of my party. I'm someone I know. I don't know where the hell Arno's gone. I know where Ciravel is, but that's it. I don't know where anyone else is. And as far as I'm aware, Ciravel may not be slightly under control of the Hydra because of how he's acting. He might have thrown the fuse can at me, but I'm still not 100%. So I'm going to go down towards where Tharavel is.
Oh. Okay, yeah, it's not sort of picking up on you, so you can walk up, sort of kind of towards him if you wish. Arno, Tharaval.
I know I'm seeing Tharaval making his way down. I don't know how fast he's going down, but he'll just pause for a second to see if Tharaval's gonna continue.
Tharaval sort of takes a look about and sort of checks to see where the heads are looking. Obviously he's sort of seeing the corridor in front of him, and he doesn't really see anything. Any heads that he can see, you can sort of realize that they're not really looking in his direction. So he just continues on over to there.
Okay. As you walk round the corner,
hold on. As he passes Arno would come out of that passage up behind him and tap him gently on the buttock.
Okay,
And,
roll perception at disadvantage.
Are you trying to make him shit himself?
I want them.
No, I hadn't finished my sentence. Tap him gently on the buttock, and then quickly grab his hand, so he feels that it's like a human touch on his hand.
Okay.
And hopefully he
A human?
understands. Okay, you know what I mean, humanoid.
Yeah.
Okay. You're fine. Oh, as you sort of round the corner, you see another tentacle overseeing, sort of facing in the other direction, looking back and forth at people working on the sides of the
As Tharaval sort of gets to the corner, and just as he gets to the corner, he sees the tentacle, and then at the same time he kind of feels this sort of poke in his bum, which sort of he knows, to sort of not.
I know that poke.
He not to react, whenever he's being stealthy and things like that. So he's felt it, and he's not sort of jumped or anything like that. And then he's felt the sort of something sort of grab his hand.
He was just invisible with Arno not so long ago, so I was hoping that he.
Yeah, so I suppose it maybe would be an insight as to whether he would pick up on.
Yeah, up to Matt.
But pick up on what? Sorry, what is it you're trying to
Would
pick up?
it be like an insight whether he would sort of realize, that it's probably Arno?
Yeah, go on then. Give us an insight.
Sort of.
Yeah. You're sort of you don't even flinch. You sort of kind of
He sort of he feels the sort of poke in his bum, and then something sort of grab his arm. He sort of sniggers to himself. He doesn't really react. He just he sort of sort of looks at the direction of where he thinks it's coming from and kind of nods to let Arno know that he knows he's there. But at the same time, he sort of points the direction of the tentacle as well.
Okay. Saren, what are you doing? 'Cause you're in that area, I guess.
I'm obviously I won't see Arno, but I would assume that I see.
You will now, because
Tharavol's
he's not.
sort
You
of-
will see Arno now, because he'll just appear in front of you, basically.
What? No. I'm still invisible.
Oh, you're still invisible.
So I won't see Arno, but I would see Tharavol react.
Yeah.
So I would know that there is something around that corner. I will come a little bit closer. I don't want to get too close at this point because I don't want to accidentally end up being run into if he decides he needs to run back this way. So I just kind of like hover around here. Because I'm guessing by the way that Tharavol's reacting that there's something around that corner.
Yeah.
And obviously I don't know Arno's with him. As far as I know, it's just me and Tharavol along here, and he doesn't know I'm here. I've got no way of telling him I'm there without breaking the invisibility on me. That's all I can do to be safe right now.
Niasil and Brother Gadden, what are you guys doing? Bartholomew, I guess, as well. What is he doing?
So I think as Barty kind of like didn't really notice any. Actually, I'm gonna just check. He's continuing on, but can I do a perception check to see if he noticed what happened whilst he's moving?
Nope.
No, he hasn't. Okay, fine. So he's going to I think he's just because he's so completely unaware, but engrossed in what he's doing. He is going to study try and get a bit closer to the tentacle and study it. Just so that he can see potential. And he's not going to get too close to
Sorry,
it.
Lecky. Jace killed your character when you were away.
Fed you to a
Okay.
Hydra.
you gotta
He's got a
roll
way
me
to reroll.
one. You got too close to the tentacle.
Well, he's just studying it. He's just studying it. That's all. I mean,
I
come
can just hear his voice now going, fascinating.
Fascinating. Okay, yeah, so he sort of kind of tries to get closer. It's not looking at him. Roll me a stealth, I guess.
God.
Is it stealth or deception?
The stealth, because he's trying to
Stealth?
I guess he's trying to walk up on top of it. I guess if it if he gets sort of.
No, he's not that dumb. Hang
Yeah.
on 1 second. He's gonna do this. Where is it?
You say he's not that daft, but
Fireball!
Summon Raging Gant.
No, he's gonna cast. He'll cast this. He'll
Greater-
cast greater invisibility on himself. So he. Yeah.
Okay, so he is invisible. And starts walking towards the creature.
And he's gonna do a quick investigation check to make sure that he sees what's going on with the head, the tentacle, where it's going down, and possibly suss out where it could potentially where the main head would be. But also, I think he's just gonna suss out for weaknesses. So, and investigation coming right up. Where is it?
Are you sure he wants to cast greater invisibility and not invisibility?
Oh yeah, sorry, invisibility.
Greater invisibility only lasts for a minute.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Let me just redo that one because I think he has. He's got invisibility. So sorry. I'm gonna do that. I'm just playing it as I go along. I haven't played Wizard in forever.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm gonna play that one instead. Can you not play it? Why is it not playing? Come on. Oh, I only need to cast it at level 2. That's fine. Cool.
Okay.
And so I've rolled investigation. However, Lecky's gonna hate me because I think he has a portent somewhere. His portent dice. Oh, he changes the 8 to a 17.
Okay, and what's he looking for?
He's looking for weaknesses to exploit.
Yeah, it's not from his knowledge, the tentacle looks relatively squishy. It's not sort of superly well armored. It's thick enough, I think. Again, it's slightly translucent, so you can see sort of like organs and stuff within it. He's aware that if you cut off the head of a hydra, more come back. Obviously, they need to be cauterized. Apart from that, I guess if he wants to sort of try and make sense of the gas, then he can try.
No, I think he's gotten as much information from that puzzle as possible, and he's very much like queasy from the whole looking at it too much, and decides that he's going to continue moving along. He does see Seren, and Seren's invisible, so he's going to keep moving along.
There's a lot of invisible
He's
people
not
in
as
this.
stealthy though.
Yeah. Okay. So
Well,
while you're
But
doing
you're
that,
invisible, so I'm not going to see you either. But this is just going to get confusing.
okay.
It's so weird. It's like it's a complete role reversal. It's like usually nobody can see Tharaval and they see everybody else, and now it's just completely the other way around.
Okay.
I half expected Barty to go full on Tech Knight on that tentacle.
Yeah.
This is where we all sneak up behind Tharaval and like all of us just grab part of him all at once.
I'm just gonna roll a
Just
dice
scare
here.
the crap out of him.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a
Really?
d20. If it gets over 15 on a d20, you bump into each other.
Yeah, sure.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Could possibly go wrong.
No, you got 2. It's fine. Okay, so you're there, and then I need to roll for the perception of the as you're sneaking past him.
Advantage? Well, he hasn't sneaked him per se, so you'd have to.
Walk past him, he's making noises. Yeah, so it hears something and it switches its gaze from there and now is looking in your direction where Barty is. Okay, so
That's
it's sort of
party done.
okay.
He's
Brother Gadden, what are you up to?
so he's painfully aware of the thing looking straight at both of them, but he's gonna, as he's working, he casts a message to Niasol. Based on what he saw, both Tharaval and Lance went off, didn't they?
Yes.
So he doesn't know that because he can't see past round here, for instance, and so I think he's more concerned about the 2 here because these are the first that he's seen of many, and I take it that there's more of them, more people going through the tunnels and heading somewhere.
Yeah,
right?
there's stuff. Yeah, and Lance, you're sort of slowly, people are getting munched at this moment in time.
I'm going to back off a little bit.
Okay. In that case, he's going to carry on working, but actually he'll try to play dumb, but then cast message at the same time. Sends a message to Lance and says, "What do you see?"
On the Hydra, it's hungry and messy.
Okay. Without even thinking, he looks at Niasol, nods at Niasol, and then continues to follow the path that everybody else is going to. Because if you thought that Barty was reckless, wait until you saw Gadden. Because he's now going along to see what Lance sees, but then position himself and pretend to mine. And then that's it.
And Niasol will follow along and be a good boy.
Okay.
Did Tharaval stop when he saw the tentacle and started mining again?
Yes.
Or...
Yeah, he stopped.
All right. So Arno will let go of his hand and keep going. Go past. hovering past.
Yeah, so you're going past yes, 20, 26 even. So you go through and you see basically what Lance's I was described earlier. You see the same thing. You see these like this large body with you know we'll say there's sort of like 5 heads looking out. Not 5 heads. Sorry, ignore me. Say there's like 3 main heads, sort of kind of looking out. One sort of to the west, one to the north, and one to the sort of the south. Sorry, the north west.
I will plonk myself, in front of a wall of the passage, and ready my fireball, and just hope that somebody else comes closer in time to follow up the attack. I'm not casting it. I'm just ready to let one loose.
Hooray!
I suppose Ceravel, as the gaze has been turned away from him, he's going to cast. Actually, I think both of the brothers are going to cast Pass Without Trace. And go a bit stealthy. So basically, they get +10 to their stealth rolls.
Okay.
So Ceravel, where's his stealth? Oh, there it is.
Okay.
So he's on 32. Tharaval, I'll do the same. Oh, does he get advantage? No, he doesn't. As he with his other cloak, he gets advantage, but yeah. So he's on 26.
Do you get an extra? You get a +10. Okay, so 26. All right. So perceptions for you two. So where are you moving to, by the way?
So Ceravel's going to start moving across, and he's basically going to follow down to where Tharaval went. So he'll sort of move across to there, and then down to there. Tharaval.
1 minute, let me do. So you've moved out of the gaze of 1. 33. What's his? What's his stealth?
32. But he so he doesn't make any noise or leave any track. Can only be seen by magical means.
Okay. Yeah. All right. No problem. It sort of. It's looking around, but it's not sort of. It's looking in your direction, but it's not caught anything.
Okay. Tharaval's going to move forward, and he's going to try and sneak around, but at the same time, he's going very cautiously because he knows he can't see whoever poked his bum. So he's going to sort of, he'll go to there.
Remember which? Oh, about 1 minute. There is the timer. Right. That one gone. This one about to begin.
Right. Take the initiative here. And Lance, he looks at Lance and he says, then he's got his thing. He casts a message to him and says,
This is cantrips. These are cantrips, aren't they? They're not sort of.
Yeah.
Yep.
No,
"Yeah,
they
they're
can't.
not. They're not. we have to kill it. Now.
I nod and say, and reply, I would like to get an idea of how. We can't guarantee this mist is flammable like it was before. There's an awful lot of bodies around here that are going to be very upset with us.
That's all in the reply. He just looks confused. Right. And just steps forward. Seeing the thing there, he is going to cast. He's going to grab onto Lathander very quickly, whisper incantations. O mighty Lord, from heavens above, bring down your mighty being, and drop this. Oh, come on. Oh, it's because... Oh, wait, hang on 1 second.
Your
1 second,
dating says
cancel,
no.
cancel. No, computer says no. 1 second. There we go. Better. Cast. And cast it at level 5. He will pray to the Almighty God, Bahamut, and summon a Celestial right here.
So you're summoning something right in front of in front of these, and showing itself to the Hydra.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm guessing you're not going with Defender.
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
Going in.
All right.
Oh wait, hang on. No, we're going with Defender. Yeah, we're going with Defender. Sorry. So 1 second. I'm gonna need to. Do you need a stat block for Defender?
We're running out of time, man.
Yeah, the Defender. I'll pause this now because I'm having to read something. When this caster chooses Avenger or Defender, you choose determines creature get attacked as a block. Creature appears when it drops to 0. Yeah, so I need... What's its stats?
Okay, I got that thing now.
Celestial Spirit stat block.
Wonder if there is a thing for it. Celestial...
There is. There should be, because it's in the normal.
Subclasses, features, monster, celestial spirit. There we go.
Yep. Right in front. Hang on, I'm just
Defender. Alright, so Defender only. So it is.
Okay, that doesn't look. That looks like a shield and not a mouth.
Where we are, it should have dropped in. He's not dropped in.
Cheshire Celestial, there.
Oh, there he is. Okay, so. What's this plus to, so armor a level of spell natural armor +2 for Defender only. Spell level above 5th. So what level is it at? What's his stats?
So it should be.
It says
at level 5.
That's that level. So it's +10 for each level above 5. So it's on 40. On 40 health.
Mm-hmm.
40. 40. Change that. And the AC is plus the level of... What's the level of the spell? 5?
Level 5.
So it'll be 16. AC 16. AC 16. Save. Okay. Oh. So he has been cast there. All right. As
It
you
says it gets the axe straight away, I guess.
yeah. So I guess I don't need that skull anymore. So you sort of cast. You come down. This sort of kind of crash of thunder, because sort of erupts the room. Sort of that sort of red hue changes to this sort of kind of golden. It's like a red sky in the morning. This is sort of goes from from orange to red as he comes down. He stands there. As he does, the heads just turn and all look at this sort of thing, this creature within their sort of domain. The people as well, who are surrounding the Hydra, sort of also turn and look at the celestial being, and advance on it. The heads then make an attack, I guess, on him. This. So they do. So. Okay, so we're saying it's currently got 3 that it can see. So we're going to give you 3 bite actions. 2, 3. All of them hits, and that is 30, 47 damage. He's down to 0.
Cool.
So they come in, they just going to punch in at this thing, and I guess it just evaporates into light as well.
Yep.
Disappears. As it does, you won't hear anything, so I can't really describe it. But you see them sort of now searching around in the area for what presented this creature to them. It's more alert. The tentacles start to. Tharavel, roll me a perception. Barty, roll me a perception. Nias, everybody roll me a perception. You're having, because you're facing the wrong direction, it's at disadvantage.
Even me, where I'm like in like the corridor behind.
Yeah, you're fine. You can roll normally. And Saravel can roll normally. Because they're everywhere, so let's just see here. Okay, so Barty, okay, just for simplicity's sake, because it's going to get really complicated otherwise, the tentacles start moving in this direction towards where the disturbance has. They start coming back in that direction, so they're moving like this. Their heads start kind of coming back to where the disturbance was. I need to change the music on this because it's going to be a bit of a Okay, what are people doing? I'm gonna start rolling dice now. At stuff. So what are people up to?
Arno, as he can't see past the rocks and see Gadden or the celestial being, but what he did see is the Hydra sort of react and attack, and I think he'd I've just rolled to see what he would do, and I think he would be impulsive at this stage. And while it was distracted, just cast Fireball. In
Okay.
The hopes that he's powerful enough to bring it down.
Tharaval, I'm going to give you
Reaction.
a reaction.
Yeah. So, what do I need to roll here? So basically, you know, I'm assuming as Arno goes to cast Fireball, he comes out of, you know, the invisibility, so he can then see him.
Yep.
Yeah,
And he
as
casts
I
Fireball.
cast it, my invisibility will drop, and
Yeah.
so will Seren's, I'm afraid.
Oh,
So-
crap.
Oh wait,
Sar-
Lilith. No, yours won't because I'm still concentrating. No, yours will be fine. Mine just dropped.
Alright, okay, cool.
So Tharaval will sort of see the sort of fireball starting to, you know, sort of create in his hands, and he will run over, and try and, you know, sort of stop him from doing it. So he runs over. Actually,
Give it a big boom.
he's going to run and stand in front.
But
Oh, God.
no, you won't be able to see me because I only pop out of invisibility after I cast something.
So you'll see the fire becoming fire, I guess. You'll see this sort of embers beginning to sort of form.
Okay, I
as
guess he'll see.
Yeah.
I'll guess he'll see the fire.
Yeah, starting to form, basically. So roll me a, I guess.
Sleight of hand.
You're
I'd
gonna
do dexterity.
Dex,
Or
yeah, I'd
yeah,
say
sleight of hand
Dex.
as well.
Yeah, go on then.
But I mean, yeah, sleight of hand is a dex, like, but it's basically he's basically sort of grabbing his hands to stop him from conjuring, sort of.
Yeah, go on then.
Oh,
Yep, I'll give it. I'll
in
just
time.
I'll just give you an auto on that. I don't think you sort of roll against it. So you sort of grab him as you sort of come in. You grab him. You grab at where the fire is. You will take a little bit of damage from the current sort of kind of damage. You're going to take. Yeah, you take like 3. You get singed slightly from the sort of small amount of fire that's about to hit him, but it sort of breaks his concentration, breaks him out of his concentration, and the fireball, I guess, dissipates before.
When you say breaks me out of concentration, do I
Mm.
lose my concentration on my invisibility spell?
Well, I guess you're focusing on something, and he's just grabbed you, so I guess yes.
Well, can I roll a con save at least
I guess
for that?
Crap.
I'm gonna say disadvantage though.
Oh.
Goes to Weasel.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
my
damn it.
invisibility drops, and so does Seren's then.
Crap.
I would say currently they're distracted in that direction, but there is a tentacle sort of coming from behind you, or at least a sort of a head sort of coming behind you. It's not there yet. I am going to right. So this
We
is
in an
what I'm going to do is right. I'm going to put this timer up here. It's 5 minutes. You've got 5 minutes to decide what you're all doing. As soon as that 5 minutes hits, I'm doing something. So I wait for it to go down. You've got this and then it again. So when it hits the bottom, I'm going to do it again. So that's your time limit.
Okay.
That's what you've got.
So
Okay.
Tharaval, after he sort of grabbed Arno, he sort of, you know, he sort of shakes his finger and, like, you know, does like a sort of tries to do like a fire sign and sort of
Arno will
wave.
see himself, you know, out of his invisibility, and you'll see him like he's raging on his face, like he's so pissed off with you. But he'll cast a message. He's like, Tharaval, what the fuck are you doing? In your head.
Tharaval, he's like, I'm saving all our fucking lives. You're gonna blow us all up. You can't cast fire. We can't cast fire in here. This smoke is, we believe, is flammable. We've seen it
He'll
before.
respond. The whole thing was you saying we have to destroy it with fire. This was the whole plan.
This is true, but it's obviously evolved to defend itself from, I don't know, but we need to find another way that doesn't kill us as well.
You just hear one final message in your head. He just goes,
Tharival sort of laughs and he kind of shouts back at him, "Stop fucking swearing and fucking move!" And he starts to move into the actual cavern away from the one that's behind.
and Arno follows him.
You see everybody, they're just sort of standing there and they're looking. It's like everybody's searching in that direction where, where the celestial creature was. So there, it's like everybody's sort of kind of looking for it. Gadden, the
Before
head.
you go on to Gadden,
Yeah.
Barty and Cyrvel will both have seen Seren pop out of thin air right in front of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, so Ceravel he's gonna go past and he's gonna make his way down.
The head's not looking at him, it's making its way down the corridor, so it will move whenever the time runs out, but
yeah, so he's basically, he's does he want to move in past it? Yeah, fuck it. He's gonna try and sneak past it.
okay.
What was his? I think he got 30. He's on 32.
Okay. $30 is just enough.
No, he was on 32.
I know. I'd say 30. So 32 is just enough. Sorry.
So he's going to come into this room and he'll see Arno and Tharival, and he'll sort of move in and he'll take up a sort of position as well.
Okay. Saren, Barty, Lance. You've got not a lot of time left, so you just need
Yeah.
to sort of make
I
decisions.
can, I
quickly.
can try and stealth out of this, but I'm more concerned about Barty being able to get out of this.
But you can't see Barty because he's invisible.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Barty's still invisible. Right, okay, in that case, fuck it, I'm stealthing out of there.
Okay, so
Right, so
I'm
similar
gonna-
to what Cerevel just did.
Okay, roll your stealth.
Oh, you fucker!
Okay. And you're going past it. You're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
He sees
You're
Sarah
fine.
drop and he's gonna run with her as well.
Yeah, you're fine. So it sort of you get past it.
Where's she going? Going south.
You're going.
Yeah.
over-
I'm basically going to where Cerevel and everyone is.
Okay, cool. He's gonna do that. He's not even gonna bother stealthing. If he catches him, he catches him.
Well,
Okay.
he's invisible, isn't he?
One quick
So-
thing. Tharival's just going to put his hand on Arno's shoulder and sort of point at his head, like, sort of saying to try and communicate with me.
All right. Arno says, "What is it now?"
You have to
Nice.
tell everybody else not to use fire.
Okay. Arno will then, while everyone else is moving. Oh, he can't see Barty there.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Stop.
okay, I'm gonna.
Stop. Stop. Right.
Cheers, guys.
The tentacles start moving, so they
Sorry.
go there. This one is now there. This one is there. This one. It sort of Now, Niasil and Lance, you now have to persuade these tentacles. Both of these two. There's two of them. I can't get this other one for some reason. Let me move that out of the way. Let me that. These two tentacles that you are on its side are searching for what happened. So you're gonna have to roll me some deceptions.
Is that persuasion or is it performance or deception?
Deception. You need to roll me a deception.
You could always persuade with your axe. You're good at that.
That's intimidates.
No, that's my specialty.
You are not being deceiving. Have you got the inspiration?
I have not. No, not unless you haven't told me about it.
Sadly not. Okay, and Niasil.
He should probably take up. He's probably gonna go straight in, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I reckon.
Oh wait, no, he's got these. He'll take on the fucking
I
tentacles behind
think
him.
his rage beast will potentially sort of come out now.
Yeah.
If he thinks he's cornered, he's probably just gonna fucking go full beast.
Yeah. Also, can I just add fuel to the fire by seeing that the fact that Gadden had summoned the Celestial at the behest of to Bahamut. Bahamut answered it, and they slaughtered it in front of him.
Yeah.
He should be mad by now.
Yeah,
Absolutely insane.
Okay, so he is now in hulking dragon form. So he's out.
That's not the size of a hulking dragon.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it bigger.
That's what she said.
Hey!
Ding dong.
Sarah, now I know how you feel.
Let me find his stats here. Niasil dragon form.
That in human form? It'd be in dragon form. Oh, the bad dragon.
HP. And AC.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? 6. Okay, he's there. Right now, I will give you. They've moved. And he's about to attack. I'm now going to give you 5 more minutes to decide how you're going to deal with this situation between you. The sort of obviously he's going to attack, but the rest of you can, between you, obviously with your message and stuff, can, I guess, try and make up some sort of plan if you can. You've got the 5 minutes to do it. And then we're going to do things. That means if you want to sort of make perception checks or you want to try other things to sort of work a way around this, but your time starts now. Oh, you've got okay. I'll give you 5. You've got 6 minutes because it's slightly more for some reason. So you got that.
I manifest an echo on the other side of the tentacles and outflank it while Niasil's are taking his attention.
Okay. Let me see. I should have some animated thing here. Let me pause that and then echo.
Anna will quickly message Tharavel one more time and just say, "Now the game is up. Can we regain our hearing?"
No, we're still susceptible to its song. Anything that burns that doesn't ignite flame, acid, anything like that, we can use.
Electric arrows.
Tharavel takes out. Did he use all his Ophusis oil?
I've got some wyvern poison.
Yeah, so the poison.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember if he used it all. I think we did. We were using it for the whatchamacallit, weren't we?
I'll say you got some left. It's not the end of it. You know, if you want to use some of it, it's
let's
fine.
say we got some Ophusis oil. Has he got any other poisons or anything like that?
Let's see if we've got anything that looks kind of like an echo.
Poison resistant.
Animated spiritual weapons.
Bottle of Ephesus oil.
Matty Poo, is there something there that looks like there's something flowing, or if there's wind going down, like the direction of wind?
You can roll me a perception check, should you wish.
Artie will do that. Wind perception check. Not the greatest. But let's see.
I need to give something to.
Echo.
Change that he will use his portent dice to change. Actually, no, that's not gonna worth it. Never mind.
No, he doesn't. He's not picking up on anything. Again, some of them. He's at this moment in time. Barty, Tharaval, and Lance are the only ones. Oh, and sort of Arno now are probably the only ones who know that fire is a no-go currently. I'm just going to give you this sticky little cloud thing here. In fact, I tell you what, Lance, just we'll put you over here on the sticky little cloud. Oh, is where you were. So you can just do your attacks as you are. So you can just move yourself, and then the dot is basically where you're standing.
Where
you're standing.
All my animation stopped again, so I can't see the timer. By the way, guys.
Same. Can Gadden on the other side see where the gas is coming from? I'm gonna do a perception check.
Would you be aware that this is relevant though? Because you're not aware that it's doing anything. That's the thing.
I was just about if he didn't speak, I was just about to look around for Barty and Gadden, and then I would message Gadden and I say, Tharaval says we can't use fire while this gas is here.
So then, in that case, he'll use his perception check to see where he can find the gas coming from.
Okay.
So perception.
Yep.
There we go.
Nice.
Okay. Yep. So it's there are sort of what look like the gas is sort of kind of coming from the mushrooms. There are they seem to be kind of giving off this sort of kind of musty this gas. There are, I will point out their location. So you've got this one. There's basically one in each one of these little blood spots here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see there's four little puddles of blood at the front there. I will see if I can do that. I will do that. So there. We'll say it's there. So these sort of areas here, there's this sort of like crop of red sort of mushrooms, and it's giving off this that gas. There are sort of you do notice sort of kind of in the scene there are sort of like vents or sort of natural vents within the stonework, so it would dissipate, but obviously you would need to get rid of those mushrooms.
Okay, so he's going to communicate that to Barty and to Lance because they're the Lance is going to handle that shit. No, he won't. Communicate that to the two. Yeah, I'll communicate that to whoever you can see that normally uses a ranged ability. So like whether
That's
it's
just Arno and Tharaval and Survival, I guess.
Yeah. So Barty casts spells anyway. So I think as long as they
Barty's invisible. None of us know where
she doesn't
Barty
know
is.
yet. Shit. So he'll cast that. He'll tell them, aim for these and blow them up. Destroy them. They're giving off the gas.
Okay.
Arno would act on that immediately.
I can't do shit to do anything with that.
Have you perceived these things? Who's rolled perception on it? It's only has Gadden seen these?
Oh, I thought he just said in the message.
Okay.
He will then send the message to Tharaval, Ceravel, Arno.
Okay, time is up. Right. I am now going
Do
to.
I get choppy things?
I'm going to roll initiative now.
Barty
Oh, boy.
casts Fireball and kills everyone.
It's not that dumb.
All right.
May do. It may do.
So, let me.
Don't mean to roll initiative.
Birth 1 minute. Let me get initiative tracker up. You know, I feel like it's been a while since we had an initiative tracker up.
Been exactly 3
thanks,
months. I'm kidding. No. Oh no, it has January. Fuck.
Turn
Oh, no.
order. Right. Okay. So everybody, click on your thing. Do your initiative orders.
Oh shit! Sorry, I did it as me. Sorry, can I delete that one and do it? Oh, I did Barty. Fine, that's good. Gonna roll for me now. Okay, cool, good. Barty, fucking hell, that's a high roll.
Do we want to continue and see this
There's
through,
a
or
pit
leave it here for Barty to be involved next
Well,
week?
it's at the right time, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess that sort of makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah. So you know, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, you're right. Gives him sort of
A little bit of action, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, for some reason it's got. I'm gonna have to clear this anyway, so we'll have to re-roll. Okay, so remove all turns here. Right. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Nice one. Okay, so he's going to be in the deep end next week. Then.
Welcome back. This is what we're doing. Good luck.
The battle
At least
commences.
he's
Nobody warns him. Nobody warns him. We just walk him into it, and Matt pulls down the blanket and just goes, "So what are you going to do?"
So there you go. All right. So nice one, chaps. Very good. Yeah. Okay. This Hydra is definitely going to be harder than the original ones I've had, because the first one that I ever did went down very quickly. Yeah, 'cause I went down very quickly because they went, I'm just going to fireball everything, and it just sort of kind of thing. So I had that to sort of kind of make it slightly harder for you, so you had to think around it. But good. Anybody doing anything else quickly before we end it, or is it just combat and that's it?
I think, yeah. I
Okay.
would
Copy
like to hear
these.
from Barty, but we'll let him make that call as soon as we go in next week.
Okay, dokie. Right.
Oh, no.
All right. For tonight, I've been Matt Gary. With me has been Conrad as Arnold Jerkel.
Good night, everybody.
Michael is Tharval Eldon.
Lame boy.
Jace is Brother Gadden.
Don't your cares away, worries for another day.
Mark is Lance.
No boom today, boom tomorrow. There's always boom tomorrow.
And Vic is Saren Sanguine.
Oh, look, baby's first Hydra.